I'm putting together a gift basket for a friend's baby shower today, and I'm going to give you some tips and ideas for creating the most unique, most appreciated, and well-loved baby shower gift that you possibly can. So my first tip in any of this is know the mom. Even if it's not someone you know very well, take a couple minutes even to just Facebook stalk her, look at her Pinterest boards, look over her baby shower registry, and kind of get to know her. Does she like loud colors? Does she like neutrals? Is she going to breastfeed her baby? Is she just planning to formula feed? Is she really crunchy and would appreciate some natural remedies, or does she not really care about those things? Knowing your mom is going to make the gift personal and thoughtful, and of course the better you know someone, and if they're a close friend, you know exactly what they like, what they will use and not use. The second tip is to give practical over the novelty, or over the cute things that make a really good, oh that's adorable moment at the baby shower, but aren't something that the mom's really going to use. So one of the first ways I like to start off is with some kind of bin. And just to throw this out there, I'm not endorsed by or endorsing any of these products specifically. This is more an idea that you can take and put together, that you can get your own brands of these things or even different things. Absolutely no brand here other than my own is endorsed by me. But I like to start with a bin, a basket, something that they can actually use over a gift bag, because gift bags are cool, you can reuse them, but I love organization. So something like this to pack if you want to fill it up with wrapping paper, tissue paper, something like that to make it really pretty and enjoyable. Do that too, but you don't even have to go that far. So tip number 3 is to add things not just for the baby, but for the mom. Some moms can definitely, after having a baby, feel like they've lost themselves a little. You're used to being really selfish up to that point, really only caring for yourself. And when you have a baby, everything's focused on this baby and maybe not so much on you. Getting gifts for the mom versus just the baby can help her feel special and important in this time that she's kind of losing herself and becoming a whole new person. I'm gonna start this box off with one of my own products that you necessarily wouldn't have to get, but I think is a great option. I have this devotional coloring book of scripture and meditations for the mommy to be that also doubles as birth affirmations to hang in her space. The purpose of this book is to meditate on scripture that is going to feed the mom's spirit, for her to meditate on those while she's coloring, and then be able to cut out these really beautiful pages and hang them up wherever she's choosing to give birth to her baby, so that she's able to remember these things and really get them into her spirit for her birth. If that wasn't a plug for that. But so yeah, my book going in here, and of course if you're giving a mom a coloring book, giving her something to color with is kind of important too. I have these little zippered pouches I made that I putting a handful of colored pencils in. You could buy some really nice colored pencils, a set of markers. Again, depending on the mom. Is it a mom that really loves art and is going to put a lot of time in this, or is it a mom that's, whatever, I might color this, doesn't really matter how well it's colored. Next up, I have some Burp Cloths here. These are ones that I made. I have a tutorial on how to make these. I also have some of these available for purchase on my store. I feel like, I feel like these are the best ones ever. With my first daughter, I had a bunch of different store-bought ones people gave me, and a bunch of homemade ones too. And at the end of the day, I really felt like these ones were the absolute best. Just size, material, absorbency, all those things. I really loved these ones the most. So I started making my own and giving these to friends as gifts. Which, if you are absolutely not crafty at all, and you don't really have to be that crafty to make these, but you can also buy a set of burp rags. I find that you never have enough. You can always use more. You need one everywhere in the house at the beginning. And especially when they're cute and something nice to look at, that kind of helps things. So I just used an extra string I had, tied these together, super cute, stick them in there. Another thing I am putting in this basket are some super cute little toys for baby. Now, these ones are secondhand, which I prefer. I like to reuse things, especially plastic things. I would rather not buy them new and have them just end up in a landfill or whatnot. I'm all about secondhand toys. Some moms are super weird about that. I cleaned them up really nice. They don't have any scratches or dinks or anything. I'm putting them in this specific basket just to fill it out a little more. If you know the mom is breastfeeding, a really helpful gift is some kind of nipple butter, especially an organic one that doesn't need wiped off. The lanolin that they typically give moms in the hospital and is what they push is not something you want baby to ingest. So every time you go to feed, you need to wipe that off, but that can be really sore when your nipples are cracked and bleeding and don't feel good and you're putting stuff on to help soothe them. That's just a whole thing. So I have used the Earth Mama one, again, not endorsing any specific brand. I've used this one for both of my kids, and I like to give this away in every box that I make for somebody. So I'm sticking this one in here. Other ideas, things that I don't have with me now, and I'm not putting in this specific box, but other ideas for the breastfeeding mom. Gel packs, ice packs that they can stick in the freezer and put on their breast, especially when milk's coming in. It can be a little painful, and that coolness can help relieve that. The other cool thing about those is that as the kid grows up and you're not using them anymore, you can just use them for a regular ice pack or, you know, a little boo-boo pack, whatever. I'm not putting it in this one specifically, I'm giving this to another friend, but the Hakka breast pump I love, 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 love. I didn't use it with my first one, but I got to use it with my second, and it was a game changer, and the brand name I feel like matters for this. The off-brand just didn't work as well, didn't cut it, didn't stay stuck. I saved so much milk by putting this on the other boob while the baby was feeding. On the first one, caught a lot of lost milk with that. So something like this is definitely handy and not something every new mom thinks of that they might need. Something else I'm tossing in here, clothing is always a great idea. I have these cute little onesies that are mine that I had designed and screen printed. Actually, my husband designed them, and a guy that works for us screen printed them. So I didn't actually do anything except sell these. But I'm sticking this in here. A lot of times avoiding newborn stuff is a little better just because you don't know how big the baby's gonna be. They might not even fit in newborn clothes. If they're born early, they might need preemie clothes right off the bat. That's something that you could get them at the time the baby's born. I also like to avoid giving clothes that are really season specific. I have two girls that were born in different seasons, and they are very different sizes. And I kept all the baby clothes from my older daughter for my younger daughter. And those baby clothes, a lot of them didn't get used because, like I said, born in different seasons, and my second daughter was a lot bigger than the first. So if you are going to buy a bigger size, which is really nice because it's something they can put away, and when the baby gets into 6 months, 12 months, whatever, they can pull out the new clothes, use them then. But something to consider is Something lightweight, just like onesies, lightweight pants that can either be layered or just worn by themselves in warmer seasons. So another thing I'm throwing in here that I actually wouldn't have bought these had I read the ingredients better. And hopefully the mom I'm giving this to doesn't watch this and think that like, oh, she gave me something that she wouldn't use herself. I don't think these are terrible, but I wouldn't have picked them for myself. Were I making this for one of my mom friends that's really crunchy, I probably would have given her a homemade or locally made tea for milk production versus one like this, maybe some homemade tinctures for cramping and whatnot. But this is what I happen to have, and I bought the bigger box so that I could just sprinkle a couple of these in there, make it look nice, add to it. And these actually do have things in them that do help with lactation, but sometimes just that placebo effect of I'm doing something to increase my breast milk when you're struggling helps. So handful of these. Same with these lactation cookies. There are better brands that are healthier. This is what I was able to get in a pinch. So I'm gonna toss a couple of these in. One more. And I'm rounding this specific one out. So I'm rounding this one out with a gift card. A gift card is a much appreciated thing for new moms. A lot of people don't like to give them because they're not personal enough or they think it's kind of tacky. I think this is a super personal box already. So being able to give a gift card to a new mom is super helpful. I'm not a huge fan of Walmart, but the mom I'm giving this to lives in a city that only has a Walmart, no other stores. So practicality wise for her, able to go grab something for dinner, grab diapers, get late night things for the baby that you didn't think you needed and all of a sudden you need. It's actually a lot more thoughtful than you think. So putting it with a card, I'm gonna sign it, put it together, actually, yeah, and put it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack this, put it together really nice, and then I'll come back and show you what the finished product looks like to take to a baby shower, and give you some other ideas of things that you can add that are not only practical, but really personal and thoughtful as well. All right, so here we go, finished box. I did forget to mention a book is a super thoughtful and cute addition to any box that you're creating. They can also be super cheap, and you can do secondhand too if you find one that's in super good condition. Just don't use one that your own baby's chewed up. That's a little tacky. All right, so now that this is put together, let me give you just a couple more ideas of some really practical and thoughtful gifts that you could put in a box to give to a friend. I made a list here somewhere. Where did I put it? So reusable breast pads for that breastfeeding mom. Even if they're not breastfeeding and they may get a little leakage early on, but every mom who's breastfed a baby knows that your boobs leak in those early days. You get that let down and that milk is just pouring out. So reusable breast pads that they can wash and use again work so much better than the disposable paper ones. Those are just gross. I sometimes make my own with flannel. I might at some point make a little tutorial on how to make those, but you can also get store-bought reusable ones that have a little bit of a like PUL backing too, that give that extra waterproof advantage, are nice too. Another thing to throw in here would be a wet bag. It's not something that a mom that isn't cloth diapering might think about, but it's still a practical thing to have in your diaper bag for the event that there is a blowout and you need something to put the dirty clothes in. Having a waterproof bag, it doesn't have to be big, a little one to put those clothes in that can be washed along with those clothes. Other gift ideas for the mom are things that she might particularly enjoy. You could put in some artwork for her if she does have a nursery and it's something that would match the baby's nursery. That might be a really thoughtful gift. I didn't have a nursery for either of my kids. They just slept in my room until they were a year older. So that's not something that would have really worked for me. But again, know your mom. Something else, other snacks, other drinks, Milkmaid tea, some kind of tea to help bring that in. I think I did mention that. Another couple ideas that I have, if you don't want to give a gift card to Walmart or Target or something like that, a gift card to a local store for the mom to go get a pumping bra if they're going back to work would be a super unique and thoughtful gift. I would absolutely love that if someone gave me a gift card for that. And actually I think my grandma did for Christmas after I had my second daughter, and that was such a thoughtful gift to me. The ability to go to a store and buy an expensive pumping bra that worked well but also fit me well, and I used it all the time. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I don't know if this is the fourth tip or not, might be a little late in this list, but try to buy from small businesses or as local as possible. Supporting small businesses that make this kind of stuff, it makes all the difference to them. Walmart does not care how much you buy. Like it doesn't matter if you buy from them or not, but it does make the difference to a mom who's, you know, making Burp Cloths like that, or making her own bath salt mixtures for after the birth. That would be another awesome gift for a mom. Even some essential oils, some lavender, something like that. You do want to be careful about those. Breastfeeding moms want to avoid peppermint and certain other ones. And that goes for tea and different supplements too. So make sure if you are giving something that personal that you are making sure it's safe for the mom to ingest and isn't going to decrease her supply. That's not what we're going for at the beginning of the postpartum period. So like I was saying, you need to figure out what would make the best gift for the mom that you have in mind when you were watching this video. But make it personal, make it thoughtful, make it something she's really gonna use, and she will love you and appreciate you every time she uses those. So God bless, thank you for watching, and we'll see you back real soon.